Hello again. So this is, I think, the 5th installment. I'll check on the internet before I post it up. I've just done a meditation session, so I'm pretty calm and relaxed right now. I've always come down to this area these days. I think later on I'll hike up the mountain so that I can get a really nice view, but it'll take me, 45 minutes and I don't have a lot of time, so I come down here and I always sit next to my friend the Brick. It's interesting, it almost feels like Wilson in that movie, but I think it's a good thing somehow. So just the way it's been here, it's definitely hard to do the full 6-day week, but I'll make it through and I think it'll get easier and easier, so it's okay. It's very much about perfection here, and I think that it'll be really good for me to learn in this way because, and I'll describe what this way is in a moment, but it's because I've never done it before. I've always been the one to do, say in physics or maths or something, I'd get 20 problem sets and I'd probably do 3 of them and I'd be like, okay, so I've done it, I've got it down, that's fine. And, I've been able to get through and it's not been really a problem because it's all academia and stuff like that usually. But with this, it's all about copying movements and you get corrected just little by little each time. And I don't even really know whether I'm above average at it. Hopefully it'll come together, but I've definitely, I have to do it the way that everybody else does it. I have to do that repetition over and over and over and over again so that I can get the perfection down pat. And I think that if I do that, which I will for the next 6 months, and realize that it's something I need to do and develop the discipline, then over time I will be able to more easily apply it in other things that I pursue so that I can go and do that drudgery without too much difficulty. Whereas now I have less patience for it than the average person because I haven't practiced it. But I'm getting there. I think I'm getting to the point where I can practice things over and over again for longer periods at a time before I need to go and change or before I get really, really bored. So I think that there's a real positive thing in that. I won't keep on chewing your ear this time. There's lots that I could talk about. The nunchucks have been pretty awesome. I already feel like, I'm starting to pick it up, and it is repetition with the nunchucks as well. And, the kicks, and there's a really specific type of power generation in Jeet Kune Do that, we're all learning and trying to get our hand on it. But I mean, it's really crazy when you see Wang Shifu, the teacher for it, and he can just put his hand on your chest and it looks like he doesn't even move and feels like your chest is just caved in, which is just nuts. Like that's how Bruce Lee did his, really quick kind of inch punches and actually managed to put so much power in. And even myself and the other students were already, he had us hitting trees for like an hour and like all of these different little things, like we were doing like a particular stance so that we would go and do, it's called gong bu when you like this, just the usual fighting stance, and then we had to start with our hips and just turn them as much as we could without putting our knee in, so it was just the hips, and then basically go and stay in gong bu again and then turn our hips and just we walked up and down and up and down and up and down like like say 100 meters up and back, so that we could really get the feeling of our hips. And then he would come over and be like, well, you know, can you push me? And he's really, really solid. The only way you could do it was with your proper hip movement. And it's really gratifying when you actually do manage to move him using your hips. And just all of these little things, you know, he's very, very clever with the way that he builds you up. And I'm starting to get to be able to use my hips more and more, and there's so much power in it. Anyway, I'll call that it for this week. Sorry it's a day late. Okay.